Showed a whole lot of love to people who didn't deserve it.
Speaking of showing a whole lot of love to people who didn't deserve it, it is election time in this great city. I know you voted. I did too. Although my shit was kind of hectic, actually. Like, they wasn't accepting my ballot. Then I had to show my ID. Then I had to do like a provisionary ballot thingy, majiggy bob that they got to turn. It was weird. I don't know. It was the first time I ever had any complications voting. She was like, "Has anybody stole your identity?" I was like, "No, ain't nobody stole my identity."
Under the Stolen Identity Act.
Hold on. She was like, "Do you have are you a junior or a second or something?" Like, I'm like, "Nah, it's just little old me, but I don't know." Yeah, she's like,
third.
A third. Somebody playing on my name at the state level or something.
I got a homie that's a third.
What happened to you though?
I was saying under the Stolen Identity Act, man, I got an email from UPS about your package will be delivered such and such. I was like, nigga, what package is UPS delivered to me? Because I don't order shit. Right. I can't afford to order nothing. And I was like, where the fuck is this? So I read the shit and it's going to somewhere in Connecticut. I rerouted that shit right to the crib. But I got to see what it is first before I start complaining.
Has it arrived?
Nah, I just rerouted it today. Them say, who stole this shit on my neck?
That's crazy, man.
You had to decide if I want to keep it first.
Look, man. Obviously, with the political season and everything that's going on just in the country and in the world, for real, we've been talking a lot of politics. But today we're gonna talk about some love. We're gonna get into some love conversations with y'all today, and we need input. Also, Tucson just started a new thing. We are accepting fan questions. So if y'all,
I just want to say fish questions. No.
So
too soon.
If you have a question or a particular topic that you would like to see us broach, shoot us a DM to the Herb Tou Instagram page, and if it's cool,
write it on YouTube or the Facebook page or wherever you can touch us.
Yeah, wherever.
Yeah. And we answer questions about anything. Tell us about how your husband's cheating on you. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you what to leave. I don't care. Let's just have fun with it. I'm just saying, make it interesting. You know what I mean?
Welcome to this episode of Herb Tou, alongside the risque Tucson Warner. My name is Herb Tou. This is where we get together. We talk about issues that currently impact the black community. How do those issues impact us individually and also collectively? We need your help in talking through these things, so please leave your comments. We will read through as many of them as possible. We would kindly request that you take a quick second to share the video, like the video, and make sure that you are subscribed to the page. Set the alert so you get reminders every time we drop new content as well. Again, this is Herb Tou. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. Fish name is Tou. Tou, what's happening, good brother?
Feeling very fishy. Fishy as fuck. You hear me?
I'm very proud of that one.
Oh, shit.
That came together quite well.
That's pretty cute. Oh, shit. No, I'm good money, man. Before we get any further, man, salute to my baby girl.
Big Bang Bella.
17th birthday.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, it's happening fast, ain't it? So she was here extorting my ass all week. Nigga.
I remember she was just like a little hip baby, just follow you around and stuff.
Gee.
17 is crazy.
She flew out Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. So all of TSA has quit their jobs, right? So check this out. So and we're at war. So I was trying to be cheap and ended up getting hit with a big ass bundle of bricks because these flights is high as giraffe pussy, right?
Yeah.
So I had to catch the earliest flight out to get the cheapest price, and the cheapest price was still ridiculous, right? So I'm like, fuck. TSA didn't quit. This is the earliest flight out. So I do some Googles. I'm saying, man, how early should you be at the airport because of the lines and all that shit? And they suggest, 3 to 4 hours. It's like some crazy shit, right? But TSA doesn't open till 4 a.m. Be there 4 hours early. TSA don't even open to 4 a.m.
Right.
And her flight boards at 4:30
Really?
a.m.
I don't think I ever seen a flight that early.
So this is my logic, right? All right, I'm gonna get there at 1:30, right? It was as she flew out of O'Hare. So I drove to Cumberland. There's a parking lot on Cumberland where you can park for like $7. Right. Take the train from Cumberland into the airport because I'm gonna be here forever. We just sit and try to find our way, right? And it was people everywhere, right? So we sit by one of the check-in little computer kiosks. As soon as that motherfucker light come on, we was the first motherfuckers. I got in line. She was like one of the first people through TSA for the day. I'm still sitting there. I stayed.
Right, make sure she
gets to the gate, all that type of shit. But in the time it took for her to get from the check-in to the gate, it was probably 400 motherfuckers in that TSA line. Damn. It was outrageous. Yeah, so that was a
good thing y'all did the smart thing.
Day, right? But that blue line train, my nigga, anytime after midnight, I do not advise it. It is the fucking worst. And I hate to be judgmental, but the poverty on there is excruciatingly painful. It's scary. And my baby, they got very, very bougie. Like I'm not that bad. I played it tough. Like we're cool. Man. You good? You with me? But I was in the motherfucker like,
Wait, I thought you drove there.
To Cumberland. We just had to ride the train for 2 stops, and I was scared. I was like,
hey,
G, it's outrageous.
I told you when I was coming back. I don't know where I was coming back from. No, actually, when I first got sick, and I said I didn't get on my flight, and so I took the train back to the crib. That day, I told you that a dude asked me. I told you I bought that expensive Gatorade in the O'Hare airport, right, from the vending machine. And I'm drinking it because I feel terrible, trying to just make it. My shit it's like this much in it, if that. Buddy, like, he asked me for some food or something. I was like, I don't have no food. He asked me for money, then food. And I was like, I don't have no food, bro. If I had something, I'll give it to you. He was like, well, can I have that?
Man, it's rough out here.
I was like, this?
Hey, if y'all want to see signs of the American economy, ride the blue light after midnight.
No,
we're fucked.
Nah, bro, you can't.
You know how
you can't have my 3 quarters drinking.
You know how the train be like, you in the car that's fucked up. You be like, I'll move to the next cart.
Yeah,
nigga, every cart, every cart, and don't nobody live on Cumberland, my nigga.
That's probably because they were sleeping. They were probably
they live there. I'm not confused with what it was. I just don't want to share it with you. I don't want to share your crib. Goes well. I feel terrible about it. I feel terrible, but I felt that way. I'm just being honest. I said that motherfucker like, be still, baby. Get the back. Put your back against the wall.
Probably the only warm place, to find.
It's bad, G. It's sad. Secondly, but just I don't want to be around.
The main issue isn't their homelessness. The main issue is your inconvenience. What's wrong with you, man? God, dog.
Yeah, it was bad, cuz. It was bad.
Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. I was driving down the alley today, going to vote. I told you where my polling place was, and then you know where I live, so I took the alley straight to there, right? Zombies in the alley, G.
Man, we ain't paying attention.
No. Zombies in the alley.
Same niggas be on the train. I know what you mean. Trust me.
Like, it's a lady, and she's scaring me. She's sitting on the side railing of the alley, but she's just sitting there and just looking. And she's holding about 17 cigarette butts. Okay?
She gonna eat them.
And my mama's like,
no, people eat them.
My mama, what?
It's what they call that, asphyxiation.
Oh, wow.
They eat them.
My mama like, it's too cold to just be sitting out.
They walk around looking for them to eat them.
Whatever. So get past her. Now it's a young dude. He got to be like 16, 17.
Burnt out already.
Burnt. He turns around and he's looking at me and somebody else, but my truck is right here. So he turns back around. Now his back is to me, but he doesn't move, though. He doesn't get out of my way. Like, bro, do you want me to hit you? Like, what is wrong with you? Mama's like, what is wrong with these people? I'm like,
Dad, you got to make a decision.
Hey, man. I'm telling you, man. Whatever. Anyhow, man, it's a lot of wild stuff. We need more love, so let's talk about it, man.
What y'all want to talk about love?
We know a lot about love. You want to start with
Please.
Erica Love?
That's my love.
What's Erica's love?
Right.
Hey, nigga, come here. That masculine love.
That's lost.
You know the one she liked that you was talking about.
Well, I don't know. You sure?
I'm glad. Oblivious, cause
I'm oblivious. I caught on now though. I'm here now.
Okay.
I'm here now. No, man.
No, I just want to know. I want to know where you stand on cheating, because apparently not on cheating. We're gonna get to cheating. Let's go to the reverse side first.
Being cheated on? Where do you stand?
No. To like being a sad nigga or a sad woman. Apparently, there's etiquette and rules to it. Like you can hit, like you can.
Yeah. The peanut gallery is crazy.
Hey, that's insane.
But I agree.
You say like you can hit somebody chick, but there's a way to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely rules to be in the side nigga. It's not. See, this is another thing we can talk about. I'm gonna go in depth.
Okay.
Like women always be like they better cheating than men. That's a lie, right? It's a bull-faced lie. Women just make themselves known in situations where men really are oblivious or don't give a fuck, right?
You saying
I could know your dude. I could be nailing you, and I'm gonna never treat dude disrespectfully. I'm never gonna, you know what I'm saying, assert myself. I'm gonna act like I ain't never seen you before. You know what I mean?
Whereas the woman might tweak.
Yeah, some old extra
So you might
shit.
show up at your crib.
It's always some extra shit. You know, you don't leave your fucking hair and
I saw a clip today. Yeah. I saw a clip today. The side chick came to the wife's house to reclaim gifts that she had given to the now deceased husband. Mm-hmm. She's at this lady's house. Like, no, I gave him such and such and I want it back. Oh girl comes out the house. The wife, she comes out the house. And she clearly knows about this lady. She's like, y'all fucked or whatever, but why the fuck would you ever come to my damn house? She's like, you got something to see with him? He over there at the fucking such and such memorial cemetery. Go talk to him. You ain't getting shit from over here. Ooh. This lady is like, no, that's the side chick is now calling the police. So the police can come over here and get stuff out this lady's house.
This is on your timeline?
Man, yes.
You need to do better at what you look at.
Bro, I said this is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Not only do you have the nerve, what even makes you think that you have the right? Like,
well, you don't know what they discussed. You know what I mean? Her and him.
Right, but he's dead.
That's what I mean about the
rules.
rules.
You don't come to this lady's house.
Well, that's what I mean about
so
the
now
rules.
her daughter come out the crib, they finna beat the stab chick ass. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, so I'm not advocating being anybody's side, nothing. You know, unless that's the deal that you all have negotiated.
Sure.
Right. And I think I think we're in interesting times, right? It's funny, man, and it's a remnant of capitalism, right? But young men ain't getting no pussy. That's just real, right? I think from the ages of 18 to 35, they say like 1 in 5 is sexually active on a regular basis. You know what I mean? But women are. So what that means is that the old niggas who would have a side chick, because you probably got something that you've committed to over, this amount of time in your life, well, they nailing them young girls. You know what I mean? And it's, if you don't have an understanding or like parameters around how you move, this shit shit gets to be emotional at a certain amount, however you dealing. You know what I mean? So if you don't have no control or no structure around that shit, it's gonna get out of line. You know what I mean? It just is.
I think that like some people are able to have healthy, sad relationships for years.
Do you think they're healthy, or do you just think the participants are just okay with being unhealthy?
I mean, I guess at its very nature, it's unhealthy.
I'm cold at up here. Tell them again. Old fish ass nigga over here.
I guess at its very nature, it's unhealthy. But it could still be. You could do the wrong thing the right way. You know.
No, I just before the cameras came on, I was like, that was a coveted position for me. I love being nigga number 2.
Yeah.
Right? There's no responsibility. I don't owe you shit.
Not a whole lot of time, demand on your time.
We're gonna be brutally honest because I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I also got to be real and honest. Like I was callous and cold too. You know what I'm saying? So if it ever was a situation where I would have been or wanted to be the main, I probably wouldn't even accepted that. I probably, sidestep that shit to be number 2 because it's just a more comfortable position for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just interesting to think about.
I definitely think it's like if you gonna accept a role as a side piece, man or woman, like be respectful. don't do crazy stuff, G.
But you got to ask both parties of that though, right? Everybody might not be cheating, right? The extra person might just be single. So the motherfucker that is cheating, they got to be respectful too, right? We was having that conversation here with.
I'm saying if you knowingly accept the side piece role.
Well, that's what I mean about being.
You got to play by the rules.
But that's what I mean about being respectful too. How many motherfuckers is being honest about their situations? That's one, right? You might be. I just saw Ari. What's her name? The sings.
Ari Lennox.
Is it Ari Lennox? It was with J. Cole and them, the singer chick. So she just had her ass. She irritated my whole spirit in this interview she did last week. And the interviewer asked like, "Girl, have you had your heart broken?" She's like, "Girl, my heart got broke today," right? So the interviewer asked her some motherfucking questions and shit, right? Fishy as fuck, right? So the interviewer asked her some more questions. She's like, "Well, tell me about it." She's like, "I was talking to this dude for 2 weeks, bitch." But then she says, "I came to the town working where he was at. We've been on the phone every night for XYZ amount of time. When I come to the town, I was like, hey, man, it'd be nice to see you." She starts to call the man like 2-3 days before she get there. He's like, "Man, am I going to see you?" He's like, "Well, if time permits." Nigga, that's rule number 1. He's not going to see your ass, right? So she gets there, and he ghosts her ass, ducks. And she was angry about that. And they had all these excuses as to why he didn't show up. And not once did they come up with, he was at home with his wife. Like, bitch, what did you think this was? The minute 3 days before you talk about coming to your town, he's like, "Yeah, they look good." He's at home with his wife. What are you talking about?
If time permits, I might get 15 minutes. Buddy.
Right, if time permits. Bitch, I'm never going to see you. That's what that means, right?
That's when you're sitting there, people, "I'm in your town." Well, have a good time.
I'm saying on his end, you have a responsibility to say this is what it is. But even speaking to her responses around, "I don't know why." It's people that fucking aloof out here. You're brain dead.
No, I agree with that. But what I was asking was about a person who knows, what's going on. You sign up to be the side piece. You have to move in a certain way. You got to play the game the right way if you're going to play the game.
Should be rules, but let's just use that same analogy.
You say what? Why?
Let's use that same Ari Lennox analogy.
You said so. I don't know.
Let's use that same analogy.
Okay.
Anybody with a working brain.
Sure.
3 days before.
Sure.
If time permits.
Sure.
He's with his wife.
Yeah. Or I just don't like you like that.
She has a full-out conversation about, "I don't know why I didn't get to see him." Right?
Either I don't like you like that.
Hear what I'm saying.
Right.
For him.
Right.
You have to have the sense of mind that you're fucking with an imbecile.
Right.
So you have to reinforce rules every time you see her.
Yeah.
Because she'll never follow them. It's like a child, it's a toddler.
See, here go my thing though. This is why I'm not sure. Because if I'm married, you gonna know it. Whether we fucking
I would never step out, so I don't know.
Cool. If I'm not even married. If I'm married, you are going to know that I'm married if I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
But that ain't how everybody play though.
Yo, that's stupid. That's very dumb. Tell that lady the truth. Tell that lady the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because what the fuck is she gonna do about it? She can say yes or she can say no and go about her business. But she gonna know what it is.
That's the question that someone wrote in about, right? They were asking about the truth, basically.
They said the side chick is she treated with more respect and more trust than the main chick.
So I think that's a real conversation. But let me finish this point.
Such a bird question, by the way, whoever wrote that.
It's a bird question.
First of all, let's not talk about friends of the show being birds.
Right.
I will not do that.
I'm just
Right.
kidding.
So what
Put the camera directly on Ed.
what I was
Kidding,
saying about
don't come
the
find
respect
me.
from the side piece, she's so silly, man. God. The respect from the side piece has to be mandatory, G. Because you agreed to this role. You cannot now show up at this people's house. You cannot start calling this person wife or they hub. Like, you agreed to this move. You got to move accordingly. I'll give you a real life example. Once upon a time, I was messing with a married lady, right? We go on a trip, right? Go on the whole trip, come back from said trip. Her husband's pick her up from the airport.
Yeah, nigga, you've broken a bunch of rules. You broke a rule when you stepped on the plane.
Who?
You!
What rule I break?
Going.
Why?
First of all, you broke a rule. I would never do none of that shit because a nigga kill you. It's different. A nigga will kill you.
You would okay, so you would never be okay, cool.
Right.
Stop getting sidetracked with what I'm saying.
I'm not
Okay,
I'm
what
telling
rule?
you broke all the rules to
What
the playbook.
rule?
Everyone.
What rule?
You went out of town with a Herb.
Even in dealing with her, right? You don't get on no plane with no side piece, G.
You don't?
Hell no, that's a relationship. You got two relationships going. She got two relationships going. That's no, you don't do that. That's not in the rule book. That is not in the rule book. That's a flag on the play.
People go out of town with their side pieces all the time.
Okay, well, everybody who does it is breaking rules.
On the same plane?
Yeah.
P, is that a rule that has been broken?
I mean,
What rule is being broken?
I wouldn't
Is there a flag on that play, P?
it's
Tell the
a
truth,
flag-
P.
I'm saying for married people, yes, it's a flag on the plane for y'all both to be on a plane together. Yes. Take two separate planes, meet me there.
Yeah, we always showing up at the same place by happenstance. We ain't never going together.
We're not gonna just not married.
That's flags on the play, G.
Okay, whatever. I disagree with both of y'all, but whatever.
Yeah, you're a habitual rule breaker. I can see that already. You ain't even read the playbook. I just noticed.
That don't even make sense, but whatever. Anyway, the place we met was the airport. That's where we met up at. We happened to meet at the airport. Okay? And then we come back and it's like, so you come out and you waiting on I'm waiting on my ride, she waiting on her ride, and then her ride get there first. And so I'm just sitting there like watching this whole, he get out, get our bag, put it in the trunk. I'm standing right there though, but we don't know each other. So I'm like, this is interesting. But I'm respectful, so I don't say nothing or do nothing.
Are you respectful?
Very.
We need somebody else chime in here. The book is being disregarded than a motherfucker. Somebody say something.
I mean, listen, this conversation is I have no dealings in that world, but I will say this. I said, why does respect need to be there? Like, there is no respect. So when you're talking about rules and when you're talking about you being respectful, there's no way you can be respectful.
It's honor amongst thieves.
No, it ain't.
Nah.
No. And you should have enough respect for yourself. I get a nigga will kill you.
Yeah, because imagine if.
So why don't you just start the conversation off by don't fuck with nobody else's person?
That's first. I just told you I wouldn't fuck with no married dudes. Lady, I wouldn't. Because niggas will kill you. First of all, you got to understand the commitment that a man makes to be with a woman. And I know it sounds sexist and all that shit, right? But at the end of the day, the man is going to make an investment in their life, at least traditionally how it looks. But
niggas will kill you over a woman anyway, no matter what.
First of all,
let me start talking to her.
No, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I ain't letting that rock. It is a very different thing when a man marries a woman. Hold on.
I agree with that. I'm saying a man will kill you over his girlfriend. He'll kill you over his side.
I'm not saying he won't, but I'm saying there's a different level that I will kill you behind this woman that I've been coveting and taking care of for X amount of years.
And all I'm saying
it's a different commitment.
All I'm saying is a man will kill you for
I'm not arguing
over a woman.
But I'm telling you that there are levels and stages. There's differences. There are differences.
What's the difference between kill and kill?
The difference is the commitment I've made to this one.
I get that part. I'm saying there's no difference in how he'll might react if his wife or not.
I'm saying the likelihood of getting a reaction out of this man is different than the likelihood of a boyfriend reacting in the same kind of way. It's a very big difference.
I'm saying this is about the
same. He's saying it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it's about the person.
But you're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay,
it ain't the same.
Law, you're wrong. Fuck out of here.
No, because the commitment is different. The whole nature of the relationship is different. That's what I'm arguing, right? So the fact that you standing there while I'm putting my wife's shit in the trunk, if I happen to ever find this out, and it dawns on me that you was the motherfucker standing there, now I feel even more disrespected. Now it's more anger. Now it's more volatile. Now it's going to be very different than what it was. Mm-hmm. That is for my own personal safety, I wouldn't move like that.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if that person were to ever see you in a different circumstance where it's like, oh, you've been dealing with this dude. Ain't this the same dude? So, and then you start putting two and two together. Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it.
It wasn't like, we weren't standing there holding hands.
No,
you didn't
I know.
even see me.
Yeah, but just in the case, for shits and giggles.
You ain't got to be holding the hand, nigga. All I got to do is remember. All I got to do is hear. All I got to do, you know what I mean? If you, first of all, I said I wouldn't get on the plane.
So damn.
So if you're moving like that, you obviously are breaking a bunch of fucking rules.
Okay.
Right? So the likelihood of somebody saying, hey, man, I seen such and such and such and such is not unlikely. Right? You don't give a fuck. So that's all right. That's what I'm saying. Cool. You cool with fucking the rules. But what I'm saying is anybody who's on the other side of that, they probably wouldn't respond the same way. They're not just going to be like, in most instances. That's what I would say. That's cool. So
two different conversations than what I was posing.
I've in the past I've did that. I've dealt with a married woman, right? Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, she bought this sweater right here. You know?
Wasn't that past ago?
So
it wasn't that past ago then.
But I'm saying since then they got a divorce and all of that and separated divorce. But I actually seen the nigga in the grocery store the other day. Mm-hmm. Like I was walking in, he was walking out, and I spoke to the nigga like, but I definitely watched my back because we know each other. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely watched my back. Like I definitely watched my car. Like you know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. Like I might have to do something out here. You know.
I've never been in a situation where I knew her partner. I never been in that situation before. That's another layer of disrespect. Y'all talk about me being disrespectful because I got on the plane. You know this nigga. Like
I never said I was right. I never said I was right. You know, it was a rough time in my life. You know, I was doing anything.
I needed a hoodie.
There's plenty of people that get on planes with wives and with wives and husbands. Not saying that it's not.
I'm not saying it's right.
I get where Tou is going with it as far as the rule book or whatever. But as I'm sitting here thinking about some things that I've heard about or that I'm privy to, it's women and men alike. So y'all some wild boys.
Y'all some wild boys.
So what's the question though that was posed?
All right, what was the exact question from the viewer?
Was did side chicks get a greater level of respect and trust than the main woman, right? And I'd argue probably.
Respect and trust.
Yeah, probably. Because you probably able to be honest with her in a way that you probably not able to be honest with your old lady.
I think there are definitely things that the side woman gets that the main woman doesn't get. I wouldn't necessarily use those terms. I wouldn't necessarily say it would be the respect or the trust. It would be like honesty maybe, or I don't know, joy, happiness. She may get a better version of me, but I don't know that respect and trust would be what I say.
Heavy words like does the side piece get more respect and trust? Like break down that word respect and break down that word trust.
I feel like that you disrespecting the covenant of whatever you made with that original person. If she's a side piece. If we all just single and we doing our thing, that's just what it is. Mm. But if I'm hiding this motherfucker from you and you know about her, by the very nature of that context, you've already disrespected the original person, and you've already broken trust with the original person. Where you've given trust to the side piece.
What trust?
I'm living openly like this. You know what it is over here. In that honesty, you're building a relationship of, i.e., there's a rule book. I expect this out of you. You expect this out of me. Let's move accordingly. You ain't having that conversation with the motherfucker you cheating on.
Yeah, but my man got my social security number and my bank card and my, you know what I mean? I don't trust her like that. I'm not giving her my social security number.
So again,
she not booking my doctor's appointments.
She might not be, right? But the question, what does it say? Does the side chick get more respect and trust out of than the main chick? Yeah, you might be leveraging all that shit on this side.
I can hear your argument for respect. I don't agree with the trust part.
I don't know. You know, I think
they're getting some trust.
Yeah.
You know, according to your definition.
I trust you not to blow up my life with the person I really trust.
They're getting some trust. I don't know that they're getting more trust. They're getting, yes, the wife is being disrespected. She's getting disrespected, but I don't know if the side piece is getting more respect. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
yeah,
they're getting some trust and they're getting some. And then is that respect, like, because the only reason that I can tell yourself. You and be, yeah, the only reason I can be open and honest with you is because you don't have a leg, you don't have a dog in this fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is that? That's why I said define respect in this scenario, define trust in this scenario.
I think, so we having fun here and I ain't got no dog in this fight.
Yeah.
Right? But I think yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But if we got real honest though, I think the existence of those movements shows about the level of respect you have for yourself. And I think by the very essence of that, which you won't deal with in yourself, it's easier to deal with a motherfucker you're not committed to in any other way. Now, we might be unconsciously giving this to this other person and not knowing it, right? But I think all of this is a journey to healing, of self-healing. Every relationship in your life, whether it be romantic or not, right? And I think all of them are mirrors to your greatest insecurities about yourself, right? And it's interesting, like when you hear motherfuckers talk like women cheat or men cheat for pussy or sex. That's bullshit. I don't think that's true, right? I think we step outside of relationships the same reasons y'all step outside of relationships. For whatever the motherfucking, whatever's lacking, I'm looking, right? And the lacking, again, back to every relationship being a mirror, even what's lacking is a reflection of what's also lacking in you. But instead of dealing with that, we start seeking out another entity to engage, right? So, one, I argue this about just in relating in general. Like, I don't think trust is a conversation of value in context to relationships, personally. I don't think trust is a value in the context of anything, personally, because I think everybody's going to move to their own accord to what's their greatest value, right? I don't think there's a motherfucker on the planet that's going to act void of their greatest value. You know what I mean? So to ask that of somebody is like insane, in my opinion. I know most people push back like that's crazy for me to say that, but just do a anecdotal search of your people.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gonna choose you over themselves?
Yeah, but I don't think that's a trust thing though. Like, I can still trust you with my innermost secrets. I can still trust you with my social security number or my bank card. I can still trust you with those things without having some expectation that you are going to choose me over your own self-interest. Like, I certainly you can come up with scenarios where those things can conflict, but in general.
But it's only those things. It's only those scenarios where those things conflict. Does it matter? It's only those scenarios where those things conflict when it matters. Because if you're not in that position, it's just like the criminal shit. Everybody say what they ain't gonna do till you get caught. It's always all good when we ain't get caught.
I ain't a snitch.
I ain't a snitch because we ain't been caught. It's 10 motherfuckers on my ass. And I'm like, whoa, shit. Can I trust you then? Because it's only those scenarios where that matters. Right? And in those situations, yeah, good luck, motherfucker. Good luck. I don't believe it.
I feel you, but I'm just saying I still value the trust that I have in people, or people. I still value people that I'm able to trust in most scenarios before it gets to that me or you situation. You know what I mean? I still hold a lot of value for
in the
trust.
context of the nigga that got caught doing whatever he's doing and going to the police feels one way. It feels different when the cute nigga walks up or the cute girl walks up. Mm-hmm. It's hard to quantify, right? What's it look like when a nigga gets attention from the pretty girl and he ain't accustomed to getting attention?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't gauge that.
That's the first thing you're talking about. That's what you're talking about
the fat girl.
I'm thinking what I lack. You don't give me enough attention. Soon as somebody show me some attention, it's cracking.
I don't want to move past. I mean, I won't get you your respect, but think about this. The fat girl that loses weight. I don't know a situation where the fat girl that loses weight don't fuck around on the nigga she was with before. I don't know one of them situations where the fat girl that loses weight don't start fucking the squad. I ain't met one of them yet.
Here's the other thing that...
have you?
I'm about to add to that. Here's the other thing that I've always experienced with women who have lost a significant amount of weight. They still don't have a...
They still a fat girl. And a skinny body, but they fucking everybody.
They still have that insecure mindset.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And as soon as that weight gone, she's fucking. I don't care who you were. You loved her 400-pound ass. You was the greatest man in the world. She's gonna fuck around. That's just it.
Because she now has access to things she didn't
now has
have
new
before.
Access.
Yeah.
And I ain't met one yet.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying.
She got new access now.
New access. I'm moving different.
But
and he had to love you.
It's been my experience that if they were insecure as a big woman, they still insecure as a small woman. They still have that mindset. Yeah, now, I know some big women that are not insecure at all. I'm the baddest chick in here.
Lizzo talked all that shit.
Well, I don't know.
Then they came out with GLP-1s.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
It's not. I'm telling you.
Lizzo. I'm telling you, women I know. I'm not saying they wouldn't choose to lose weight.
No, I ain't saying that either. What I'm saying is context, just like you said about the motherfucker that goes, in the matters where, in the situations where it matters. Mm-hmm. It's easy to say, all right, the police on my ass, it's you and me, right? This motherfucker went on the weight loss journey, and it immediately becomes you and me. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody pressuring your ass to take this penis, lady.
Right.
But you taking it in abundance.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah, and I know niggas know them situations.
No, that's real. That's real.
What I mean?
Like, the script definitely changed when you have greater access.
Yeah.
On both ends.
Yeah.
We see that play out with men
agree.
too. Like, for men, you see that play out with like money or some type of status. It's like, bro, you've been a goofy your whole fucking life. And then at 40, you got some modicum of success.
You wear suits now.
And now...
That's why women always say we don't want to... If you didn't get no chicks when you was younger, I don't want to...
The last thing you want is a lame old motherfucker. Like, you've been lame your whole life, and now you have access. You are acting crazy. Because now you 45, but you acting like you 18, and it's weird. Stop it. Get that shit off when you 18.
Yeah, it happens that way, but, I don't know, man. I think there's
And you're still a lame. Let's be clear on that, too.
But lame goes both ways. Mm-hmm. I think the fat girl that loses weight is lame.
Why she lame? Because she lost weight?
Not because she lost weight. I'm talking about the responsive behavior. It's lame.
Okay.
That man
desired. That behavior is that you speak of.
That man that you was with when you was 400 pounds desired you outside of the surface level shallow shit.
Right. Or he liked big women.
But why do you? So you have data to back this up? And when I say data,
I thought she said you dated to back this up.
No, you have the data to back this up. That when a woman loses weight, she is for sure going to.
I don't know if that data even exists. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if there's a data track for this shit.
No,
I'm just saying anecdotally, I've seen it happen.
That's why I said when I say data, do you have the data? I'm using air quotes.
Anecdotal data, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You do.
And I think if we ask any man in this room, they have other, I don't even know they fat girls, but I bet you they got anecdotal data.
You got anecdotal data?
I said when a fat girl loses weight, she's guaranteed to cheat on the nigga she was with when she was fat.
Right.
I don't know that I have experience with that particular situation. I do have experience with them being.
So we was having a conversation before you left out, and if a woman is bigger, larger woman, big large too, not those healthy thick shit, right? I'm talking about
fat surgery.
Yeah, you outrageous a little bit, right?
You outrageous a little bit.
And you got a dude that's rocking with you.
We gotta
right?
get canceled.
And you get
might as well talk
the
about
lap
fish at
bad
this
and your
point.
ass lose 2 people. You know what I'm saying? You out here in these streets. Dude, they got he'll stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I definitely say that. I know the ratio definitely got to be 70%.
Yeah, it's 70-30 at best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 90-10.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you. I'm just saying I don't have, as I try to run back through my memory. I don't think I have a situation where I was dealing with a woman who was big and then got small, and also had a nigga that I was cheating. I don't have that in my immediate recall from my resume.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no media shit either. I'm just saying looking at the field.
Yeah.
Just looking at the field.
This just a general.
Yeah, this just looking at the field. I ain't saying no personal experiences.
What I do know,
anecdotally looking at the field.
What I said I do know for sure, P, is that even when they lose the weight, they still have, for the majority, if they were insecure as a big woman, they still have those types of insecurities as a small woman. They still have that kind of mindset, and so you can kind of play with them in a different way.
Do y'all think that cheating on both ends ties back to insecurity, or do y'all think that, okay, here's my take on some things, and I never want this to, bite me in the butt, right? Later in life. It's not that I don't think cheating is wrong. I do think cheating is wrong. I do think that lying and not disclosing information and stuff like that is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
However, I also believe that in this world, you come into contact with so many different energies and, stuff like that, and something may feel good. Now, you should be able to kind of cut it off and say no because I've already committed elsewhere.
Sure.
You should have discipline to not, act on every connection that you may come across, right? Because a connection can last a day, an hour, a week, a month, a year, whatever, lifetime. If you've already committed elsewhere, that's where you're supposed to stay. But if you come across a situation where it is just so, it keeps calling you back or whatever like that, these situations where you see maybe in the industry, in the entertainment industry, in the media or whatever the case, where someone they left their spouse for, it was like some kind of messed up cheating scenario, but they ended up staying with the person that they cheated with for ever.
Okay, yeah.
Those type of instances.
Mm-hmm.
I posed 2 questions at one time. The first one that I was going to actually ask was, do y'all think that that all cheating ties back to insecurity on both ends, the man and the woman? Do you think it ties back to insecurity? And then when is there ever a time where cheating is okay? And cheating, I'm using that word loosely. I'm really talking about the scenario that I just described.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'll answer your second question first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever think that cheating is okay. I believe in transparency. I'm also non-monogamous. So I also don't believe in being with one person for 80 years either. That shit sounds crazy to me. But in doing so, I think you have an obligation to the people that you're in partnership with to tell them the truth, and then let them decide if they want to be a part of such a scenario. So for me, cheating, always wrong.
So I was also non-monogamous, but unknowingly to most of my partners. Hey, that was cold. Oh gosh, I'm so good at this.
Oh my God, man.
Oh shit.
Yes, you were definitely non-monogamous. Not ethically,
God.
though.
Well, it depends on how you look at it.
Unethically.
Right,
No,
unethically
not.
non-monogamous.
Depends on how you look at it. I don't know.
I just think sometimes I don't have an opinion on it, one way or the other, or some dead set thing. But if you with somebody for all these years,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just some keep calling you back to a person.
Every
So,
time I try to
I
leave,
do still
something
think it's
keeps pulling
insecurity, though, E.
me back.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and that's the.
And again, right, I think that the very essence of nature. We had these conversations all the time, right? We in these kind of transactional situations. We in situations that are quantified through the lens of the court. We in situations that are quantified through the lens of the ancillary involvement. What's my kids gonna think? What's my parents gonna think? What's the larger community gonna? It's all kind of shit, right? But how that insecurity breaks down, it reflects in the inability to stand in whatever is your current truth, whatever that might be, right? Now, everybody might not hear that as insecurity. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt the other party. That's still a personal insecurity.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be really, really honest, you know what I mean? You born alone, you gonna die alone, right? That's just what it is. And I will agree with her that in context, I do not think humans are monogamous creatures. By the definition of what monogamy is, we aren't, right? Now, I also think that we make commitments, and I made a commitment when I got married, and I was faithful for 20 plus years, you know, and that's a true story, you know what I mean? But if I'm gonna be bluntly honest, it wasn't necessarily just about the woman I chose, it was about the commitment to the entirety of the entity, you know what I mean? And even with the commitment to the entirety of the entity, the failure of whatever could be, it fell on so many other people that it was like, is it worth this? You know what I mean? But I think that the very essence and nature of the culture that we live in breeds insecurities. I think the very nature and essence of the culture we live in breeds dishonesty. I think transactional natures breed dishonesty. I think when there's a context for a power dynamic in any way, right? The only reason to be dishonest in any scenario, I used to tell this to my son. The only time to ever lie, the only time a human will ever lie is if they're afraid. If I ain't afraid, I'm not gonna. What the fuck am I lie about?
Yeah, I've made that argument here a lot. I used to say all the time when I was married, I was like, I would always say the only people I ever lied to is my wife and the police. Nobody else's consequences do I fear. Yeah. Like, what the fuck you gonna do to me if you know the truth? Nothing.
And I gotta ask another question though, right? When love is genuine, should there be a fear of anything? And that's some shit that we gotta really deal with.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, if I was the person that I am now while I was married, like, I would have had a completely different marriage dynamic anyway.
And I ain't even posing it to you. I'm saying in the larger context.
I just like to speak from my own personal shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like,
I've only lied before, and I think I said to you, and I don't know if you agreed or disagreed or didn't believe what I said, but there's a book too. But love is a premium, and most people never experience it. Right? The book argues that like less than 2% of the world experience genuine love.
People lie to get over too,
right?
As well.
And they said that when a person is operating genuinely in love, the very the energy that he possesses or she possesses changes the frequency up to like 18, 20 miles away from them.
Yeah, we've talked about that study.
Right? Yeah. But it's a rarity. You know what I mean? And then if you think about like just how the very essence and nature of America is, we're not cultured to move like that.
No,
we're cultured to compete. We're cultured to take advantage of. We're cultured to win.
Yeah.
And in context of a shared energy like that, winning ain't part of it.
Nah, winning ain't a part of it. It's about shared purpose, shared goals, you know what I mean?
And even if they ain't shared, I still want for you what I want for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If that's the shared philosophy, and even if we just share philosophy, you know what I mean? Like, philosophically, we on the same page. That matters. But I think, to your point, you coming out of an American construct that doesn't breed, that doesn't teach you that
at all.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a very individualist society that we're born into, and then it's like, okay, at some point, now make it this collaborative thing. It's like, well, I ain't never done that before in my motherfucking life.
I know we having light conversation, but I do think the politics of the moment is gonna teach us what love really is.
It has to.
It's about you like a motherfucker.
You ain't gonna have no choice.
You ain't gonna have no fucking choice, and you gonna see what's real and what ain't. The politics of the moment is gonna force you to really dive into understanding love.
That's why this moment it's been coming, and it sucks, but it's necessary because we've been doing shit so fucking wrong for so fucking long, just ass backwards. It's like, if it take a motherfucker like a Trump or his administration or his presidency, if it takes these scenarios to force you into doing the shit you should have already been doing, then so be it. Because we have not been doing what we should be doing in terms of living in a communal way, loving and respecting each other, depending on each other, like having each other's best interest in mind. We don't move like that. But we about to have to.
Speaking of Trump in the context of this love conversation, in the Epstein files, there was just mention that he was caught giving Bill Clinton dome. Right. That was at least I didn't read that part.
Epstein dome Bill?
No. Trump dome
Bill?
They said that there was an argument about that, right? Now I'm only bringing this up, right? Because these are two straight presenting men. Right? And EJ Johnson had a conversation the other day on the interview.
Gone fishing. Who is EJ Johnson?
Magic Johnson's eldest child. I was looking for the right word.
Right.
But EJ was on there. He said he made a statement. It just fucked me up, and I figured y'all would have more information about this than me because y'all know y'all say I'm homophobic. Yeah. So EJ was in a conversation, and he said he doesn't hang out at gay clubs because they're gays. Mm-hmm. I'm quoting EJ now. Don't put this on me, goddammit. This is what EJ said. Mm-hmm. EJ said he goes to straight clubs because he's more attracted to straight men, and straight men are more attracted to him. And from a understanding of the English language, I couldn't understand how that made sense.
Define straight.
Now, when I thought you said trade, that's what trade is.
What's trade?
Trade is a not straight, but like trade looks like very masculine. So, but
a trade fisherman.
Trade. So like, oh, that's trade.
No, EJ said straight.
But I'm saying that would really, because obviously they're not straight if they're sleeping with him.
Well, that's not what EJ said.
So
and that's what I'm saying.
That's
from my basic understanding of the English language.
The word trade is used when they talking about straight men.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, y'all are confusing me more. How can there be a word for straight men dealing in gay activity?
Well, he's saying that they don't deal in.
They not dealing in gay activity.
I had it wrong.
The gay man wants the trade. They calling the straight man the trade. To mine.
Oh yeah, it is straight because when I watch.
So you saying that's just how they refer to us in general?
Yes.
So
whether we fuck with them or not?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Wait, hold on now. Hold on. Y'all can't be inviting me to these conversations. Think I got to say.
You invited us to the conversation.
I'm a trade if I ain't switch teams.
We didn't want to have this conversation.
Yeah. So it just confused me that he could say this the way he said it. Right now, he's talking to another openly gay. Well, I don't know if he's openly gay, but he sure presents gay to me.
Oh no, he gay.
I know.
I seen the clip.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't want to put it on.
You talking about what's his name? His name is Carlos King.
Okay, I don't know. You know him. Okay.
Yeah, my partner watches his podcast faithfully. I always call him In the Closet because he literally used to do his podcast in the closet.
That's marketing. That's genius.
It was, but he wasn't in the closet. Like, he was gay as he's gay as hell. Like
So it was that dude, and some other dude too chimed in, who's also not in the closet, right, and he was using all this language that I had to call some people who had more information than me because I didn't understand the language.
Okay, that's good. Do your research.
Yeah, because I don't want to be written off as being homophobic because I have an opinion.
Here we are.
Now that should be said all it was. That's just their prerogative. I don't feel like I'm homophobic.
Okay.
Because I understand the English language, and phobia means fear. I don't have no fear to shit. That's what I talk about.
Let one walk in here or walk up on you right now and see how scared you be.
Why would I be scared of that?
Right. The fisherman you
are. It says do not enter. I'm good.
It says do not enter. It's crazy.
We cool. I don't care.
Anyway.
But anyway, the other guy, you're an asshole. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know you're an asshole. But the other guy was using this terminology about EJ. Mm-hmm. He was calling them fish. He kept calling them fish. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. I only saw one clip.
No, this is another guy, another clip. He's I called Carlos. He said dude's name I didn't remember it at the time. Mm-hmm. He's like, I said, you should have told him he was fish. And it was like this back and forth dialogue. I'm like, man, what the fuck is fish? Right? So apparently, I don't know if I'm educating y'all or not. Fish is the gay word for pussy.
Okay.
And they attach it to the feminine part of the gay community. And I hope I'm using this right because I don't want to be written off as. But when you like overtly feminine or desire to be like a woman, you're considered fish.
Okay.
Right? And this is his logic. This is the other gay guy's logic.
I used to have another term for that 3-letter word, but this is how I differentiate it.
What word would that be?
Rhymes with flag.
Asshole.
But that's how I would differentiate. Like, okay, homosexual man, do whatever you want to do, but you still present as a man. Versus you think you're a woman or you present that way. That's when I.
But see, that's not what they're saying. That's why I brought it up because they even talked about your muscular guys, right? They talked about that, the masculine presenting. Don't do that. You just brought it up. The trade niggas. You do the word, not me.
The trade niggas.
Yeah. So they was like, this. And
you're trade too.
Right.
No, I'm not.
No, you aren't. You're
I'm
trade.
Not too.
Herb is trade.
No,
he is trade.
I'm not. Y'all gotta stop agreeing to this
Actually,
shit.
two isn't.
You brought it up.
Actually, two isn't trade.
He's fish.
But listen though,
trade.
man, y'all fish.
You.
Goddamn Swedish fish. But listen. So dude was like, he was coming to the conversation the same way I feel the conversation. He's like, how do you deal with straight men, EJ? The logic don't logic.
It don't matter.
It don't logic. The math don't logic. It don't math.
The math don't matter. For
So
sure.
he was like, you're fish. And he started breaking down fish. And he was like, y'all have, what did he say? I want to word it the way he worded it because it kind of was like, it was kind of like if you reverse it, like if you just put the lens on how we're having this conversation right now, and we probably gonna get judged in a certain kind of way just for having this conversation.
Sure.
But the language that dude used, it resembles if this was a reverse situation. Mm-hmm. And he was like, y'all fetishize straight men. And y'all do these kind of things and create these kind of energies. And he said, and you even saying it the way you said it was on purpose to get this kind of attention. And it is a way that y'all speak in private. And he said, y'all fetishize straight men, desire to be with straight men, and dudes who present like EJ, on the more feminine side of the scale of fish to not fish, fish to trade, I guess. I don't know what the fuck the scale is.
Yeah, the language is crazy though, because like, even to just be like, I desire, as a gay man, to be like, I desire to be with straight men. No, there's no such thing. The minute he engages with you,
he crooked.
He's not a straight man.
Yeah, he's a crooked nigga from that point on.
So if you just say you like to go turn, dude, you like to go turn dudes or whatever. But like, I don't know, like, not a straight man. If he was open to whatever.
If you in the closet, you still gay.
You're still not straight.
You not straight. You just in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was very, I don't care what EJ doing, nothing. I don't even care about that world, but I just thought it was very interesting how you could have this conversation like this, because it was coming from somebody else.
It's like that virginity hunting shit. Like you want to hunt the straight gay dude's virginity? Is that what you're saying? Like,
EJ didn't specify. I don't know what he did. He said straight. And he left it at that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Right?
It's weird.
Means in his mind, in his world, in his mind. That's how he is defining it.
It's weird.
Well,
we will have a different definition.
He has some kind of TV show coming out, which is why that was even a thing. And in the statement though, and this was interesting to me too, in him making that statement, the very next statement he made right after that, he was like, and that's why the show got picked up. Because of this statement that he made, he liked some guy that his sister was dealing with. Mm-hmm. And that's why he was even having the conversation that just, making his rounds right now. Mm-hmm. But this is why the show got picked up, which also was interesting to me, again, because it's a conversation we also have all the time about how media works and what the media networks get behind, push, and sell. And he said, this is the thing that got us the deal.
Yeah. I
thought that was very fucking interesting.
I mean, they know how to sell things, man. They know how to sell things. It's the time we live in. I was I was listening to my friend have a work call yesterday, and she's on a work call, and the main topic of this work discussion was about the lack of performance or the poor performance from another colleague, and they went into the conversation like we want to get her terminated, we want to let's fire her. Listening to the conversation, the person that's having the poor performance at work defines themselves as they, them, right? And so immediately, once you hear that part of it,
you got to walk soft.
You can hear the change in the conversation. Like, so it was like, oh, they, them. Well, we can put them on a PIP, on a performance improvement plan, or we can do this. We can have these different kind of meetings, and we can do it. And it's like, oh, y'all can't fire them because they, them.
But see, I'll push one more time in the context of how we've been having this conversation around love. And I said it's very hard for love to exist in any paradigm where motherfuckers are seeking power, right? The reason the EJ conversation was interesting to me, because if that shit was in reverse,
right,
any straight man was having some kind of conversation that was in regard to, even if he was just challenging gay women, man, I go out and I hunt gay women. Imagine a nigga saying that on somebody's interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't wait to find a Bush bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would just be some different shit, right?
Hey, Erica think about quitting every
day.
Every show she like, I cannot be associated with these niggas.
Save Acai. Save it.
Why did I come back here?
But listen, I'm being funny, but I'm also being serious, right?
Oh my God!
A lot of baby lose my train of thought. But
no, you're right though. In reverse, it would play out crazy. Now I have seen podcasts where cats was talking about like boning like quote unquote studs or whatever, but like.
But this is what I was gonna say. I want to add context, right? We just had elections today, right? Large part of the conversation was how much money AIPAC was spending, right? How much money Zionist Jews are investing into American elections. That was a large conversation, right? This year, the Jewish community has been quantified in America as a minority community. They're a very small community. They just came out with some data. You break down the numbers on how much shit they own, how they're affecting elections, and you can't even say nothing about this shit publicly. But it's a power play. It's not a respect play. The homosexual community, in my opinion, this is why the EJ shit was interesting to me. It's not a respect play. It's a power play, in my opinion, right? And I think every other community leverages the same thing under the cloak of respect and honor, but it's really power and movement. And the only persons who don't get to reap those benefits at any level is black men.
Yeah, I think you see that played out across the spectrum in our society. You talk about the police and like respect the badge. This ain't about respect. This is about your power to do whatever the fuck you want to do to me. Like this ain't, oh, you know, I respect. It's not a respect thing. You know what I mean? It's a power dynamic always. And so I agree with that piece of it. One piece I found interesting in that, it was actually the only part I saw of the EJ Johnson conversation, was EJ was talking about being a kid and, you know, first coming out to Magic and Cookie or whatever, and how that was received or not received. Then he goes into, I used to go to school and I'd be having on these dresses and I was the only bad bitch in there because none of them other bitches fuck with me. And it was like, and even Carlos was like,
fish even then, huh?
Carlos was like, what do you mean? I'm just saying they couldn't put that shit on like I could put it on. Them the regular girls, I was like,
the regular girls.
This is where y'all be losing me at, man.
The girls.
This is where y'all be losing me at.
What is a regular girl?
This is where y'all be losing me at. Like, do whatever you want to do, like whoever you want to like, and wear whatever you want to wear. When y'all start competing with the actual girls, that I can't get that in my mind. G. Like, what's wrong? Like, I say it all the time. I will fight with you to the death for your right to live and even present however you want to present. You can wear whatever the fuck you want to wear as far as I'm concerned. Any 6'8" 300-pound man can wear a dress and heels if he wants to, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck. When you start to tell me that you are a woman and start competing with said women, you lost me, G. You lost me. And so when EJ was talking that shit, it's like, see, you've been fucked up since.
To me, all this shit is like the First Amendment, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say whatever you want. That does not alleviate you from the consequences of saying or doing whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's the very essence of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do anything you want to do.
You can walk up to somebody and disrespect the fuck out of them.
You can do anything you want to do.
And then get your face punched in.
But be clear, you do not have control over the consequences.
Right.
Right? That just is what it is. So you like, I'll fight with you. I'll fight from the sidelines to support you, but I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, again, you can do whatever you want. You can't force me to be a part of that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't see how your perspective is more valuable than anybody else's, because it's just perspective in my mind. Like, even how we having this conversation, and y'all like, you trade. No, I'm not.
We know.
No, I'm not.
We know.
And I'm not whatever you calling me, fish.
So, my thing with the whole conversation, when you get to talking about, like, man, woman, trans man, they, them, like, my whole thing with it is, I felt like the argument or the attack on people who think otherwise has been a cowardice fight. And I've said this before, I don't think they're fighting the actual fight that they want to fight. What you want to be able to do is live however you want to live. You want to be able to wear your dress and heels in peace. And I'm saying, good. You should be able to wear your dress and heels in peace. And I will fight anybody that opposes you on that part of it. But because you won't fight that fight, you figure it's an easier thing to me to just say, cross over and say, I'm a woman now. No. Fight the real fight you want to fight until society accepts the fact that as a man, you can wear a dress and heels. But you don't want to fight that fight. That fight seems too arduous or too difficult or too whatever the fuck. So instead of fighting that fight and say, man, I'm a fucking man and I want to wear a dress and some heels, you say, okay, fine, I'm not a man then, I'm a woman. So now can I wear my dress and heels? Motherfucker, you could have worn your dress and heels before. You just didn't want to fight that fight. So now you pick a whole nother fight with some motherfuckers that wasn't even bothering you. And now, even me, as the person who would stand side to side with you and fight for your right to wear dress and heels, now you mad at me because I'm saying you're not a woman.
Let me ask y'all something. Is reciprocity a non-negotiable in context of love?
Yeah.
I'm asking everybody in the room.
Actually, no, it is not. I thought of a pure example. No, it's not. It's not a non-negotiable. Reciprocity is not a non-negotiable. Because you have certain relationships where even in the face of disrespect or lack of love, they're not giving it back, you still love this person. You see it happen all the time, from children to parent or from parent to child. You see it happen with family members that...
Let me ask you something then. I want to change the question a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is reciprocity a non-negotiable in healthy love?
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now I'm going to ask another goddamn question. Who are allies to black people?
Nobody.
Then y'all got to miss the fuck out of me with these conversations. See how easy that was? Think about the math of what I just asked y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we go to war for every fucking body. Right? We'll stand on, don't say that, even before the cameras came on, too. Don't say that because people are going to feel this way. Right? And I asked a very easy question.
Mm-hmm.
Is reciprocity a non-negotiable in healthy love?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I asked, who are the allies to black people? Which means that if there are none, it's not reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody offers this to us. But we stand in these fights for everybody else. I don't owe them that.
No, and I don't feel like I owe them that either. I just genuinely believe that every person should be able to live however the fuck they want to live.
And that's what I said. I'm not fighting against you. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm also seen as homophobic for saying I ain't never said nothing anti-homosexual. I have opinions about all kind of shit, but I ain't anti your shit. Do your thing, right? I'm not fighting with you though. That's not my fight, right? And it's just very interesting, even how everybody navigates the world. Like I'm only hearing the EJ conversation in our world, and the only reason that the other gay dude talking about it, because he's so free with it, because he don't have no barriers to talk about it. But everybody else who's had this conversation was like, man, fuck out of here.
That sounded very fishy.
It's fishy than a motherfucker. There's a whole lot of fishy shit going on. And I want some understanding.
Well, we ain't gonna get it today. We've addressed it as much as we can, as much as we know how.
Hey man, salute to EJ, man. Kill them hoes, EJ. I see you with them size 22 heels. Fucking them up, G. Fucking them up.
Get them out of here. Take us out of here.
We must go while we still can. While we're still able to leave, we're gonna leave. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to this edition of Herb Tou. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Also, shout out to all the official dirtbags on the Patreon. We greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, if y'all want to leave any questions or comments or topics y'all think we should broach, feel free to do so. However, you can reach us on the YouTube, on the Instagram, call to DM them. Yeah, do that. But we got to go for now. So appreciate it. Huge shout out to P.I. and Erica. They do all of the hard work on that side of the camera. Although they be on the camera a lot now. I like that part too. Shout out to Tou as well. Trade. Fish trade?
I'm trade fish now. You fish trade. What is it? Which
You're
one?
a trade fisherman.
You're cisgendered woman. That is you.
Peace, man. Y'all be good to each other.
Oh God.
Peace.
Salam alaikum.